Oh no, it has finally happened. A Dividend Aristocrat, one of the most reliable ones. At&T will cut its dividend by almost 50%. Well, not yet, but it will soon. I cannot believe it. But then again, I can believe it because of their high debt load and FOMO purchases like Time Warner. Well, here we go again. Welcome back, my awesome people. In today's episode, I will be looking at the recent news about At&T. I personally own At&T, and it was actually one of my first 3 stocks that I have ever owned with Coca-Cola and Iron Mountain. And I will be posting a video about the first companies I ever bought and why and where they are now. And so here's a sneak peek. They're all doing amazing. Well, except for At&T. So back to At&T. The decision to buy Time Warner by former At&T chief executive Randall Stephenson was intended to create a media and telecommunications giant, combining content and distribution. But this proved to be a costly strategy, as At&T was also simultaneously seeking to expand their next generation wireless services. And because of this massive mistake of a decision, the debt load was unbearable, and the sporadic purchases of sectors that they have no business being in was starting to crumble. Personally, I think this is the perfect time for At&T to start making the cuts required to sustain the future of their company. While revenue is still coming in the billions, cutting the dividend, selling off the dead parts of the company, and restructuring is necessary for sustainability. And that includes a major merger as well, especially with the recent merger with Discovery. Because if things go the way they are going, At&T will be in much deeper debt and lose sight of their focus, which is being a telecommunications company and not a media and entertainment company. I personally hope At&T, sad to say, continues to stay in the red for the rest of this year, so I would love to load up on some more, because in less than 5 years, when their debt and restructuring is at great levels, they will be fully functional, fully prepared to take on the future of communications in 5G. And this will surely bring back or even increase their dividend yield that many At&T investors rely on. Remember, At&T is a global conglomerate of a company. It is too big to fall, but if it does fall, it will fall hard. And for more strategies and tips on money, investing, and creating financial independence, follow me on my Twitter at Jacob Rant, and get bullish on that subscribe button for the YouTube algorithm, and smash all the likes and bells to get all the updates on my many fantastic investments. And comment below with what you think about At&T, because I do reply to every comment. And if you are watching this video and do not have a Wealthsimple trade account and you want free money to trade with and $0 commission fees that won't eat into your profits, especially if you are buying penny stocks and speculative stocks, sign up with my Wealthsimple link down in the description box below for $25 of free real money to trade with. Link is below. So what happened with this merger, and why and how did it all go down? Well, At&T, owner of HBO and Warner Brothers Studios and Discovery, which is home to lifestyle TV networks such as HGTV and TLC, said they will combine their content to form a single global entertainment and media business. Discovery Chief Executive David Zaslav will lead the new company, which will own one of Hollywood's most powerful studios, including the Harry Potter and Batman franchises, news network CNN, sports programming, and Discovery's unscripted home, cooking, and nature and science shows. The idea is to combine Discovery's reality TV empire with At&T's vast media holdings, and it will build a business that will be a high-level competitor to Netflix and Disney. This deal would mark a major shift in At&T's strategy after years of working to assemble telecommunications and media assets under one roof. And it's not working. As At&T has gained some of the biggest brands in entertainment through its acquisition of Time Warner, which was completed in 2018. And this Discovery deal could give the combined company enough programming to compete with Netflix and other streaming services in a global battle over the future of entertainment. In 2019, Disney bought 21st Century Fox Entertainment assets for $71 billion, largely to gain enough muscle to constantly refresh its streaming services. It launched Disney Plus in November 2019 and already has more than 100 million subscribers. The AT&T and Discovery deal itself acknowledges that to compete, media companies must shovel mountains and mountains of spending into content and streaming to gain ground if they're ever to have a stand in the future of television and film. AT&T, with its focus on next generation 5G mobility and other telecom services, they didn't have an appetite for the big ticket flexible spending that's become the competitive standard in Hollywood. However, this new merged company with Discovery will spend $20 billion a year on content, and this puts it in the same ballpark as Netflix, which spent $17 billion last year and is expected to have a budget equal to that this year. Both companies hope the combination of both of their companies will be a global entertainment titan to truly challenge Disney and Netflix. Under the agreement, AT&T will release its $85 billion acquisition of Time Warner and form a new media company with Discovery. The deal would create a new business separate from AT&T that could be valued at as much as $150 billion, including debt. AT&T said it would receive $43 billion in a combination of cash, debt, and Warner Media's retention of certain debt. AT&T shareholders would receive stock representing 71% of the new company, while Discovery shareholders own 29%. But what has really overshadowed this major merger is that AT&T plans to drastically cut its dividend. AT&T is expected to only spend about $8 billion of its annual free cash flow on dividends after the deal closes, compared to nearly $15 billion last year. In other words, AT&T will cut its dividend nearly in half and end its 36-year streak of annual dividend hikes. It will no longer be a dividend aristocrat of the S&P 500. An elite title reserved for members of the index that have raised their payouts annually for at least 25 years. AT&T currently pays a dividend yield of 6.5%, so investors should expect a lower 3 to 4% yield. AT&T CEO John Stankey has been cleaning house at AT&T by cutting staff and selling underperforming assets as the company has been funneling money into rolling out its 5G wireless network, which requires billions of dollars of investment, as well as expanding its fiber optic footprint. AT&T is not the first telecommunications company to shed its media assets. Verizon has announced plans to drop its media businesses, which include Yahoo and AOL, for $5 billion, ending an expensive and unsuccessful run. Combining historic brands, world-class journalism, and iconic franchises under one roof has the opportunity to unlock so much value, as AT&T and Discovery's assets are better and more valuable together than apart. So what next? What does Jacob Rant think about all of this? Well, I am loving it. And no, I do not own any McDonald's shares, but I do love what this merger will do for AT&T. All of 2020, I really was thinking about how AT&T will get out of its debt load, and if HBO Max will be the savior it needs to save it from ruins. And it didn't. And now I can finally see the light that AT&T is moving towards, and that it is willing to do anything and everything that is necessary to reduce the debt load and shed unnecessary weight from their books. Unfortunately, that includes cutting the dividend yield, which unfortunately means AT&T is not an aristocrat anymore. But that is okay with me, because I believe that after the dust settles and AT&T gets back into focus and aims to be the number one telecommunications company again, I can see them snagging the aristocrat title again by 2040, and maybe a dividend increase in the next few years. For many investors, a dividend cut means means selling time. For others, it means buying more while the share price is at all-time lows. I am still going to buy more AT&T as it continues to drop because a 3 to 4% dividend yield is okay for me, especially considering this company has been beaten down. But also remember, this new company that is formed by this merger may end up not paying dividends at all until they get their books in order. And if that happens, then that will really require me to do some thinking. And not only that, but merging with Discovery, the company that entertains me with Shark Week, is a leading content provider on its own with a great reputation and content with global reach. This was a great decision for both companies to come together, as Discovery will primarily manage and oversee the media side, while AT&T will set its focus back on telecommunications. Now, as I mentioned earlier, even though the deal won't be completed until mid-22, I hope that the price continues to fall until then, as I would like to load up on AT&T more than ever. They finally have a clear idea and goal in mind with the proactive steps needed to take. Remember, AT&T is a global conglomerate. It has ties in almost all sectors and industries. So if AT&T ever does fall, many sectors and industries will also feel the fall. So that is why I continue to say that AT&T is too big to fall, and as such I am buying more AT&T all year, because once this merger goes through and the debt load starts coming off, that's when the fun will begin. And again, if you are watching this video and do not have a Wealthsimple trade account and you want free money to trade with and $0 commission fees that won't eat into your profits, look at all those perks. Sign up with my Wealthsimple link down in the description box below for $25 of free money to trade with. Link is below. So again, I am not a financial advisor, so make sure you do your own research and consult your own financial professional. Thanks. There is so much wealth out there for all of us to get a piece of. So by allowing our hard-earned money make us more money is the key to wealth and the key to financial success. Subscribe, like, and share to help out the channel, and so you will get notified of when I post my penny stocks, REITs, dividend, and speculative stocks from my portfolio and other investments I am currently buying and selling. I want everyone to have the opportunity to get out of this work-life trap by buying back their freedom through investing. So let's all ride 2021 together on a journey of health, love, success. So until the next video, stay ranting!